Padre Luis, good morning again. Welcome to St. Sarkis Church. I would like to ask you a question. Who knows what are these? Yes. What's your name? Greg. So what are these? Keys. Do we all agree these are keys, right? What do we use the keys for? Yes. Opening doors and also locking doors, right? Very good. So I have a number of keys here on this keychain. Let me show you something. What do you think this key is for? Yes, Vahan. No. Well, yes, but which house? No, this is to open this door, the church's door. Okay, you were going to say that. Now I'm going to give you guys another chance. That was a pretty big key, right? What do you think this key is for? Talin, you want to guess? No? Hofsep? No. Gary? Almost, yes. This is the key to my cabinet where I keep all the candies, which I'm going to give after the service. Okay? You need to know this. And there are other kinds of keys. Do you know what kind of a key this is? Yes? Armin would have known this if you were paying attention. You know what kind of a key is this? It's okay, you don't have to say the make. It's a car key, right? All right. With the modern cars, the key has to communicate with the system. And yesterday, my key failed to communicate with the system, and we were stuck, and we had to call roadside service to have the car started. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is that keys are pretty important, right? Do we all agree? If we don't have the key, we cannot get into the church, we cannot get to the house, we cannot get to the cabinet and have the candies after we finish the service. Keys are important. And today, we read about keys in the gospel reading. We all know that Jesus had his friends, which the gospel calls them the disciples. He had 12 disciples who were with him all the time. And it was towards the end of the ministry of Jesus that he was with his friends one day, with the disciples. And he said to them, I will give you the keys to heaven. It was such a big statement that Jesus made. So imagine having the keys, not to the church, not to your house, but having the keys that will take you to heaven. Now there are all kinds of understandings that how can you interpret the words of Jesus. But I believe that Jesus is making a promise to all of us, telling us that he will give us access, he will give us the key to heaven if we follow him, just like the way that his disciples followed him. If we experience maturity, just like his disciples did. I'm going to try to say it in a simple way. His disciples, when they first started the mission, they did not know anything about God. They did not know anything about Jesus. Sometimes that's us. We come to church and we don't know anything. But do you know what the disciples did? They didn't quit. They kept walking with Jesus. And then in that walk, they learned about Jesus. And that is our life, our journey. We are called to walk with Jesus. And when we do that constantly, God will help us to understand things better and know about God. And then God will give us the power to be in his presence forever. Therefore, the little things that we do, coming here on Sunday mornings, saying little prayer before lunch. Let me ask you, who prays before lunch, by the way? Is there anybody who prays before dinner and lunch here? I see some hands. That's a beautiful thing. So these little things will help us to walk closer with God and to be friends of Jesus. I hope that your journey will be a successful journey and you will learn and grow in Jesus. Let us continue the service now. Now I'm going to need a volunteer to read the confession before the communion. Yes, Diane, you. And then I'm going to need Vahan and Hofsep to help me with the communion.